aggravating. Here I am. I'm live. Still not prepared. Every time I try to schedule something F's up, and then I got to start it over again. I don't know why. Or why I can't edit it after I do it. Instead of just having to start all over again. Could you stop? Hi. Hi, everybody. Say hi to the internet. Say hi. Okay, go away. Gotta go. I gotta take this. Shit! Call you back. Everything okay? Fuck. I'm so bad at this. God, am I finally ready? Am I finally ready? I gotta have my tablet around to see how it looks. Just to see how it looks. Close this because it's fucking noise. All things I should have planned before I started. Okay. Okay, finally. Fuck. I wanted to talk today about the new Super Mario Galaxy movie that just got announced. Got announced yesterday while I was at work, so didn't really have time to do anything about it. And I thought I was going to do a video like I normally do, but then I thought, why don't I just talk about it on a live? Because I haven't actually read much about it yet at all. Haven't even watched the trailer or the announcement trailer. So all right, so I'm on the Nintendo.us page, and definitely not a fan of Nintendo now with their new patent announcement type stuff, but maybe that's something I'll talk about after. All right, I'm gonna watch this trailer. Got Mario killing out. Pat Mario. Okay. First thing that I noticed about that trailer is that they were playing the Super Mario from Super Nintendo music. So, does that mean anything at all? Hard to say, probably not. But what else does this page say about it other than that? Anything? Announcement video, returning cast. All right, well, that's interesting to look at. New cast. Kevin Michael Richardson, one of the most prolific voice actors working today for sure. So nothing new with that. Chris is here. Anna Taylor-Joy's back, looking as fine as always. No, Chris Pratt is an idiot. He's a loser. He's fucking MAGA, so he's garbage. Charlie Day, Jack Black, the usuals. So does that mean they're not going to have any new characters at all, or what? Right, now they have this Super Mario Galaxy, and Galaxy 2 isn't a thing already. They didn't already bundle that together, or maybe they already did, but Nintendo are so fucking greedy that they'll just do whatever they can to squeeze any bit of money out of you. I almost don't want to watch this when it comes out, but regardless of how I feel about Nintendo, I still want to support adaptations. What game? I was just watching the trailer. I don't know what you mean. Wait, is this D? Is this D1? Wait, D1, D1? I keep forgetting your full name is Distinctive One. Oh shit, that's so cool that you're here. Oh my god, I keep forgetting your full name is Distinctive One. Everyone just calls you D1. How come you never show your face on camera? I want to know that now that you're here, which is very cool that you're here. Huh, look at the thingy going. I don't know. See, I'm so bad at this. Oh my god. I don't know how to look at the chat and have the screen do that at the same time. Oh. Yeah, well, there isn't a whole lot to hear. It's just music. Fuck. It is true though, but they were. Yeah, I don't know how to. Oh, I'm so bad at this. I don't know how to make. I don't know why the sound wasn't playing. I honestly don't. I'm sharing the entire screen. I'm doing all this through the browser. I'm not using any shitty OBS stuff and stream elements, and I hate all that shit. Also, why wasn't there a show earlier? Whoa, another person's here. Oh, special I am. Jared, I don't know who you are, but thanks for being here. I don't recognize your name. Couldn't tell you why there was no sound. I have it sharing all the entire screen and the audio, so why I didn't play, I don't know. I suck. Oh, whatever. That's probably what you always say. I don't like live streamers that don't ever show their face. It's like, why are you hiding your face? What's the secret here? Are you horribly disfigured? Do you have a really big nose? Do you have a goiter? I'd invite you on, but I don't even know how that would work on here on a YouTube thing. Why are you using Yahoo? I don't like Yahoo. I don't know why my browser's doing that. I wish there would have been some bit more interesting information on there, but at least I can go on IMDb, see if they have any new information about. There's always a first time for everything, Tegan. So why wasn't there a show earlier? Or maybe there was. Usually when I wake up on Saturdays, there's a show already happening. But there wasn't one today, unless it just ended early. So who's the directors? Aaron Horvath and Michael Jenelik. Now, did these guys do the first one? Yeah. They directed the first one, and they did some Teen Titans movies. What's this over here? Okay, this is confusing. Why does this picture here say Super Mario World, but here it says Super Mario Galaxy? Were they saying that there's going to be a? Were they originally going to call it that? Because at the end of the first movie, they actually showed a Yoshi egg cracking open. So, but now they're saying Super Mario Galaxy, and I played Galaxy. I didn't play 2, but I know it enough to know that. Actually, maybe Yoshi's in the Galaxy games, but when I played the Galaxy games, I didn't see any Yoshi. So almost like, are they completely changing up what they were going to do at the end of the last game? I'm talking about showing my face. No, Ray's son has birthday. Oh, yeah. Word. It's kind of crazy that you guys have kids. Some of you, you're on camera being hilarious, and then you're like, yeah, but I have kids. I don't know. That's cool. There's people in my chat. Like, I also have my stream on my other tablets, just so I can see how it looks. So I'm over here looking at the IMDb for the Super Mario Galaxy movie, and there is no information whatsoever other than the plots on the wraps. But this is interesting to note as to why it says Super Mario World. Yeah. I don't have any kids either. I wouldn't be able to handle kids now at my age. I honestly don't see the benefit of having kids at all, especially in this world right now, and how expensive everything is, and how expensive it is to have a fucking kid. Like, I don't know how anyone who isn't filthy rich has a kid. Anyways, I don't know. Directors. All right, who's the writer? Matthew Fogel, the writer of the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Did he write the last one? Yes, he did. And he also wrote the second Lego movie. What else did he write? Oh, so he did Big Mama. Wow, that's not a good look. Lego 2, Minions, Super Mario, and now he's doing Galaxy. All right, what if I chat GPT'd or I Googled? Why is my default browser search thingy not Google? I don't like that. Hello, Kitty. Say hello. Say hi to all my friends watching. This is my cat Eve. She's a beautiful angel, aka pain in the ass. So go away. Fuck. Why is my goddamn default search not Google? The search engine. Change. Google. All right. I want to see what Google's AI summary says because I almost don't want to say that I'm getting used to using AI, but it is very helpful when you just want to get a summary of all things at once. Dogs are okay. Cats are just better. Deal with it. So this is what Google's AI summary says: a sequel to the Super Mario Bros. Movie, officially titled Super Mario Galaxy, is scheduled for release April 3rd. I missed that part, April 3rd. I missed the date. I didn't even see that. April 3rd. Okay. The first one came out in April as well. The title was announced during a Nintendo Direct presentation ahead of the 40th anniversary. I wonder how they're gonna milk the fuck out of that. Hey guys, you can get Super Mario Bros, but you gotta pay money for a fucking 40-year-old game. Fucking Nintendo are so goddamn greedy, it's disgusting. Here's what we know about the upcoming film. Based on the game, inspired by the 2007 Wii game Mario Galaxy. I actually couldn't wait to play that game when it came out, and then when I played it, I was so fucking bored, I bought a 360. If that's the case, make sure you clean out your what? Oh yeah, I vacuum out my Series X for sure every now and then. And my PC too, but I have to put shit on top of my tower, otherwise she'll jump on it. And she's turned it off accidentally multiple times. In the games, Mario travels to different galaxies and planets to rescue Princess Peach from Bowser. The returning cast, like we said, Chris Pratt, Anya Taylor, Charlie Day, Jack Black. I'm interested to see if there's any new characters. They didn't mention Donkey Kong, so is he not coming back? That was Seth Rogen who did Donkey Kong, so is he not going to be in it? I'm thinking I have a feeling they might try to do a Donkey Kong spinoff. So perhaps he's not going to be in it, so they can do a spinoff. Because they're definitely going to start expanding on the Nintendo universe. They're going to make an NCU starting with Mario. So how's that going to work? Cool, just make sure you aren't blocking any airflow. Of course. It's hard because right on the top is where all the vents are. So I have to put my hat and my controller just on it so she won't jump on it. Because like the day I got that tower, she was jumping on top of it. I was like, nope, we're not doing that. Jesus. I'm also allergic to my cat. A beef teaser trailer was shown. Well, plot is under wraps. The story is expected to expand on the scope. Oh, whatever. You guys and your fucking maple syrup. Is that all you have? I actually had pancakes for breakfast. I'm not even kidding. I have pancakes every Saturday. Every Saturday I have my pancakes, but I don't put maple syrup on it. I put gravy on it. I have poutine pancakes. It's delicious. You should try it. All right, I'm gonna try this trailer again to watch it and why there's no sound. Maybe if I watch it on YouTube. There's no sound. I honestly can't tell you why. There isn't much to hear though, really. So if you go through it, what do we see? Anything new? Mario's taking a nap. Is this butterfly signify anything? I don't recall butterflies being important to the Mario games, but maybe they are, and I'm just forgetting. Well, we see the castle in the back and the front. The world looks the same. I'm just looking for any hints. See, I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's definitely the Super Mario music, Super Mario World. So this leads me back to over here. Like they're still saying Super Mario World. Now, how old is this? Because here it just said spring 2026, but now they're officially saying it's April 3rd, 2026. So at one point, were they going to make a Super Mario World, which I still think makes more sense just to going directly from the first movie right into the galaxy, I think is kind of a big jump. I've always had pancakes since as long as I can remember. I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're all joking. I'm honestly not though, because I really don't like America right now. Like, no offense to you guys. I don't hate Americans, but I legitimately hate your country. But I don't want to get into that because it's not your fault. Unless you voted for that thing, then you can fuck off forever. I really hope you didn't. But if you actually watch the trailer, you can definitely hear the Super Mario World music. So, do these fishies guys mean anything? Because I remember them being in the first movie, but they were just kind of there for a second. Well, there's Toad. I didn't notice Toad the first time. There's Toady right there having some fishy fish. Hmm. I'm only kidding. Obviously, I don't put gravy on pancakes, but I'm pretty sure it'd be good. I'm not gonna lie. I love pancakes. I love gravy. Pretty sure they'd be good. Give it a try. I let me know how it works out. Can you guys actually hear this though? Because I don't know if you can or not, and if you can't, I don't know why. Are these two people we know? I don't remember there being other toads from the first movie that we knew, other than the regular toad. What the hell are those things even called? Dude, just give it a try. Buy a gravy packet and some pancakes. What the hell are these guys even called? Like, they're not all called toad. One person's called a toad. What are these things actually called? I never knew. Is Peach here anywhere? Other than on the cat? At the very end, they had that little creepy star from the last movie. If you saw the last movie, this little star kid was like very dark. It was weird. He had this cute little voice, but it was like saying some weird dark shit that I was almost kind of surprised to hear in a kids movie. And why is it them saying "Let's go" and not Mario? That's Mario saying. That's almost kind of wrong to let that say Mario's catchphrase. I just want to use chat just to see if they say anything different. Tell me everything there is to know about so this ain't giving me nothing. Although this is new, that's weird. I could have swore last movie it went to Japan first and then came here. Maybe not. The teaser shows Mario napping under a tree in the Mushroom Kingdom, a butterfly flying past architecture landmark like Princess Peach Castle, passing through Mushroom Kingdom, brief appearance of familiar Mario World characters. Monty Mole, Cheep Cheep, and Toads. There may be a revolt behind the scenes, and they're going to assign Mario full-time. Yeah, why not? That's what they should do this movie. Mario, you're a plumber now, and while you're doing that, Peach is going to go up into space. I think the Mario Galaxy is the wrong angle to go for the second movie. It's too drastic of a change. How the fuck are they going to go into the outer space? I mean, why would they need to go into outer space? They literally could just have Bowser come back, which they do every game anyways. So is it going to be Bowser again? At the end of the last movie, Bowser ended up getting shrunk down. So is he going to get unshrunk somehow? You know, Peaches is for the streets. Yeah, Peaches doesn't fuck around. I actually liked her portrayal in the movie, and yeah, it was. People might consider it woke because she's a strong woman, but that's who Peach always has been. Peach has always been kind of a strong woman, and looking back on it, she's actually was always a pretty good example of, you know, to the kids, to the young girls playing Mario games. Peach was never a pushover, even though she kept getting caught by Bowser, but that was just dumb. Way, why do you keep getting caught by fucking Bowser? You dumb hoe. New cast beyond the main actors. Who will play Rosalina? Who the fuck is Rosalina? I don't know who Rosalina is. Where have you gone, my Rosalina? It was amazing. Public Enemy, like one of my all-time favorite bands I was obsessed with when I was in the 90s. So getting to see them in live was like, you wouldn't believe it. You wouldn't believe the amount of energy Flavor Flav had. He's 66 years old, and I don't know if you saw the video I posted in the channel in the Discord where he fucking stage dived. I couldn't believe it. I thought he was gonna like have a heart attack. Rosalina, who the fuck is Rosalina? This chick is a completely new character to me. I don't know her. Rosalina, also known as Rosetta, character from the Mario franchise. She debuted in Galaxy. Yeah, I didn't play I played Galaxy when it first came out in 2007. Back when I still liked Nintendo, and it was so boring. Like I said, I bought a 360, and then I never looked back, even though I still owned a Switch and a Wii U. But now Nintendo can just really truly fuck off forever because the amount of greediness they continue to show is just like too scummy for me to continue. Yeah, I mean, I posted some pictures and videos in the Chamber channel of the show, but I actually made like a full-on video. But I edited together a video of all the video I took of the concert, so I could share that. All the video that I took of the concert. Yeah, I don't know how to find it right now. ChatGPT is thinking some possible speculations. So ChatGPT is coming up with its own speculations. Given the teaser shows Loomis, which are integral to the Galaxy game lore, Rosalina's storyline might come into play. Yoshi was hinted at the end credits of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, so expectations that Yoshi might have a role in this sequel. Yeah, I still have a bunch of their tapes. I might have some right here, actually. Yeah. You're going to love this. Even though this is starting to get side railed here, but I have all their tapes. See? Yo Bum Rush the Show. Takes the Nations. The album that made me fall in love with them permanently. This is all in order. Fear of Black Planet, my personal favorite PE album. Apocalypse 91. This is all in release. Then Greatest Misses. I don't know why this channel is getting choppy. Shut Them Down. Remember when you used to get singles and EPs? You'd buy it and it would be like a song and then the remix 25 times. The last full Public Enemy album I bought. Shut up. Music and Our Message. Then I also had the Terminator X cassette, which is fucking awesome. This is Terminator X did his own album in 91 and it's such a good album. Extremely underrated. But yeah, I still have all of my Public Enemy tapes. And they're literally are with arm's reach. That's how gangsta I am. I got all my PE tapes right there, ready to whip out. Whip it out, buddy. All right, let's go back who the fuck Rosalina is. She debuted in Mario Galaxy as a non-playable character who resides in the Comet Observatory, the game's hub world. In the game, Rosalina is the adopted mother of Loomis, a fictional species of star-like creatures who also watcher of the cosmos. Rosalina has since appeared as a player character in subsequent games such as Mario Kart, Mario Party, Super Smash, as well as Super Mario 3D World. She also appears in Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope. Fucking flies, god damn it. Yeah, Terminator X wasn't at the show. I was actually kind of disappointed. I don't know. I guess maybe he's not part of the group. I would have loved to see Terminator X. They had another guy there that I don't remember. But they had two of the S1Ws there, and I swear it was the same guys that's always been in their group. And I'm like, how the hell do you guys, for 40, 30 years, just stand around in army fatigues? Like, they just stood on the stage the entire show and almost did nothing. Occasionally they would move and they would do a little dance, and then they would signal. And then at the very end of the show, they just started doing push-ups. It was fucking weird. And these guys are probably just as old, like in their 60s too. But you could just tell they were solid as a rock. Like if you tried to punch them in the stomach, it'd be like punching a wall. But I didn't know Terminator X. Is he officially not in the group anymore? Because that would suck. But Terminator X is the first DJ I was ever like, yeah. There's some guy there named Johnny Juice or something. It was a weird name. I think he's kind of their new concert DJ. No Griff? Yeah, no, I think Professor Griff hasn't been in the band for years because I remember he left or something. Then maybe he came back. I don't think Professor Griff is part of the group anymore. They had a guy, they had a drummer, they had a guy in the drums, and then two DJs. So I'm not sure why they had two DJs, but also during the show, Flavor got on the drums and just started wailing on the drums for like a bit. Then he took out the bass guitar and started playing it. Actually, yeah, Flavor got on the drums, and that's how they did Time Bomb. It was just Flavor on the drums, and then Chuck D did Time Bomb. Or maybe it was, yeah, it's Time Bomb, I think. Or it might have been Public Enemy #1, I forget. But yeah, pretty sure Griff isn't in the group. He hasn't been there for a while. Professor Griff knows. For a second there, I actually thought one of them, the SW1s, was Griff. I was like, is that him? And like, nope. But yeah, man, just watching Flavor run out onto the stage when they were introducing him. He came out first, and he just came out and was immediately just started rapping. And I was like, man, that's fucking Flavor Flav. I've been watching him for 20, 30 years on Rap City and watching music videos, and then seeing Chuck. Like, it was the highlight of my life to see those guys in concert. Big time bucket list. Seeing them, and then 2 years ago I saw Wu-Tang and Mobb Deep. Actually, not Mobb Deep. Fuck, I wish it was Mobb Deep. I saw Wu-Tang and Nas and Talib Kweli and De La Soul in a show. That was a fucking amazing show too. I'm trying to stay on the rails here, man. You're the only one saying anything. He did come back, but I don't know if he's still with them. Kicked out of the band? Fuck. I knew he was kicked out of Canada for a while. They kept talking about like, yo, thanks for leading me back into your country. Flavor somehow was not allowed to come into Canada for a while or something. And I shouldn't be looking this up, but I'm going to do it. Not allowed in Canada for a while. I remember hearing something about this years ago, I think. So he did leave for 2020? Oh. He was fired? He's banned from Canada. They kept making it sound like he was somehow temporarily banned from Canada. Whatever, it's your fault. So he did leave in 2020, and then he was fired. He was suspended because he kept repeatedly missing gigs. Yeah, that's the thing that happens a lot. I've never heard that before. You've been suspended from a band. What is that? Like, you don't get fired, but you've been suspended? You're from Jersey. Wear it up. Jersey. The 2016 event was described as the last straw. Yeah. I'd love to visit New York one day, but visiting America has been completely tainted right now. But I still would love to go to LA and New York someday. But Canada does not feel welcome in your country right now. Not a political ban. This was not due to his political views, rather a repeated failure to show up. Well, I don't know. He was on and off with lots of drug problems. Actually, one of his kids was there on the stage as kind of like a security or something. One of his kids was there. I don't know how many kids he has, but he literally just stood there pretty much the entire show, and occasionally just would like bop along to the song or like make some type of signal. Vested up. I'm sorry, that's a really fucked up thing to say. Like, that's fucked that that's a thing you guys just do normally. Like, Yeah, that's disturbing. Like, I don't even care. If I went to New York and I got shot, I'd be like, cool, I got shot in New York. I don't know. New York and LA or California are Democratic states, so that's a little bit more nice to hear, hopeful for me for when I ever eventually, because I would love to go to New York and go right to Brooklyn and go to like all the places where hip hop grew up, where hip hop was born. Hip hop was born in New York, and so I would always love to visit New York one day for that reason alone. Go to the corner where Biggie did that freestyle and just stand there and be like, Biggie stood here once. Or go to the spot where Nas used to hang out with his friends and Ill Will got shot. Ill Will, rest in peace. Fuck, I can't stay on topic here. How come you don't have your own show? D Wizzle? Who else is on the show right here? Are you the only one here? Bronx is the borough. Interesting. Is that where Cool Herc is from? Do you know who Cool Herc is? Probably. Sounds like you do. One of the first DJs ever, if not the first DJ ever. This is turning into a hip hop history show. Cool Herc, the godfather of hip hop. That'd be a sad day when that guy dies. He's a fucking. People do not give him enough acknowledgement. I don't think enough people even know who the fuck he is. But he basically borderline invented hip hop as we know it today. But you know, lots of other people had an important role, but his role was so big. I actually want to look into this patent this patent bullshit though. I haven't gotten the full information on this patent thing. Need some fuel for your Zippo there, Chief. Good call. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. My whatever's getting low. Boop. I don't know. It still smells like there's a lot in there. So these Nintendo patents. Nintendo recently secured several patents in the U.S. to cover gameplay mechanics that many believe are being used in the lawsuit against Palworld. Yeah, they won't let this go. Nintendo will not fucking let it go. They're like Republicans. They will not let it go. They're like, yeah, you've been shot down. You can't do it. Well, they'll just appeal. They'll just appeal over and over and over again. They'll fucking squeeze blood out of a fucking stone if it gives them $5. They're so fucking greedy. Like, this is the straw right here where I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck Nintendo forever. They're trying to patent a mechanic that all games have. Fuck them forever. For real. Cover the mechanic of summoning a character to fight another character, which is a thing that tons of games have. Cover mechanics around flying, riding, or flying systems. Now, what the fuck? I didn't see this part. Everyone was just saying the summoning thing. Flying? What does that even mean? You can't fly on anything now? Other features related to capture creatures via objects. Throwing ball sphere, which resembles a Pokeball mechanic. Right, but why were they even given these patents is the question. It even has the number, patent number 12. So there's like 12 million patents in the world. I guess that makes sense. This patent describes summoning a sub-character, controlling a battle between the sub-character and enemy character. Patent number, covers flying, smooth traversal between behaviors. What the fuck is that? you saying like Microsoft Flight Simulator can't come out anymore because the Nintendo are greedy fucks? Context: litigation versus Power World. Nintendo and the Pokemon Company filed a lawsuit in Japan accusing Power World of infringing multiple patents. Power World has identified some mechanics already, in particular the creature summoning mechanic that use a sphere to mitigate risk. I got lots of fuel. Nintendo has also been securing related U.S. patents, possibly preparing for litigation or to fortify its aim. It's Japan Nintendo too. It's not just U.S. Nintendo, it's Japan. Every company has tons of patents. Yeah. But I mean, why would they even do that is my question. It's like, that's their new angle. They're like, well, we couldn't figure out how to sue them, so now we're going to create a patent. But why the fuck were they allowed to make the patent is my question. But maybe this answers it. These patents have raised quite a few flags among developers. Main concerns include breadth and vagueness. Some of the claims are very general. Example, summoning a character to fight, which are mechanics used in different games, not just Pokemon or Power World. Critics argue that such patents stifle innovation. Well, yeah, but still, it's like, how can you patent a thing that's been around forever suddenly? Like, suddenly a thing that's been in a game, that's like patenting jumping. Like, suddenly you're patenting the jump button in every game ever. What does that even mean? You got to pay someone 2 cents every time you jump? Prior art and existing features. Many games long predate these patents and have had summoning creature capture mechanics. Some believe these patents should be invalid. There better be a challenge. Like, if this can be challenged, like if a coalition of devs got together and was like, no, because like, for whatever reason, I feel like people don't stand up to Nintendo. They just let them do whatever they want, and I don't know why. Maybe because they're like, well, it's Nintendo. It's like, no, they're greedy, but they're a bunch of greedy fucks. And I think it's all coming from Japan's side. I'm not saying that it's a U.S. thing at all, but why did they patent it in the U.S.? Like, what the fuck does that even mean? These patents are older than dirt. I don't understand. What are you saying? They already had these patents because it just says they got them. That's why I don't understand this whole thing. USPTO examination process question. Experts say that in some cases, fuck, I forgot my screen isn't being shared. Why isn't it sharing the whole screen? See, this whole time I thought I was sharing my screen, but you're just looking at my beautiful face. So you're welcome for that, but shit. I meant to be showing the screen the whole time. Fuck, I'm so bad at this. Patents do have an expiration. So what does that mean? They renewed it or something? Yeah, I thought the whole time I was like sharing the screens, but because I'm so amateur, why? That's got nothing to do with it. Or maybe it does. Experts say that in some of these cases, the U.S. patent. Stop smoking. Why? Experts say that in some of these cases, the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office granted the patents, with relatively little pushback, right there, or rigorous opposition, which is unusual. It's a TechDirt. This is from a TechDirt article because they use bits from websites to collect the information, which This is what I like about AI, is helping summarize things for you easily when you're a single content creator. So to me, this is the big part right here. Little pushback or rigorous opposition. So is that going to change? Like, somebody needs to like stand up to this. Possible impacts: legal pressure on Power World. These patents strengthen Nintendo's legal position, especially in the US, against Power World, and might lead to banning certain mechanics. Wider industry implications. Coin market cap? Why is a crypto site reporting on this? I don't know. Wider industry implications. If such patents are enforced, other developers might avoid implementing similar mechanics even if they feel safe. This makes me mad thinking about this now. Like, to be that fucking greedy and unwilling to accept any kind of defeat. You could have just said, well, we tried Power World. It didn't work out. They could just move on, but like, no, we're going to just get a patent, double down, and do whatever we can to fuck everybody in the ass. Jesus, I'm getting mad about how fucking greedy they are. A patent has expiration dates, can't be renewed by the original patent. I'm like reading this on my other screen. If they don't, it's an open market. So it's open until they renew it again. But how long did it close? How long was it not open? Like, did they not have this mechanic for like 30 years and now they're deciding, well, we want it back now so we can sue everybody? Oh, I know, but like in the last 10 years, though, it almost seems like they got way worse. Like, to me, this right here is just an extreme example of how unbelievably greedy they are. They're like, we need to find whatever way possible that we can fuck these people over. Push toward patent reform precedent. Because these patents are viewed by many as overbroad or obvious, they may become part of discussions about how video game related patents should be scrutinized. Yeah, that's like I don't know. Holding a patent doesn't mean Nintendo can automatically force lawsuits, but they will. That's the point. Any enforcement will still needs to prove that another product game literally infringes on all relevant claims. Prior art specificity and technical detail matter. It's not clear exactly how many games outside of Power World might truly violate these patents in a way that's legally actionable. Some patents may require very specific combinations or elements, not just generic ideas. Patent duration, geographical boundaries, and previous versions. Parent patents play a role. Some claims have been modified, some filed earlier. Nintendo's been in gaming since the beginning. Yeah, I know, but it's like the fact that every time they release another console, they'll have a way to play the back catalog, but you'll have to pay like that monthly one where you can play a specific amount of classic games, whatever they may be, like fucking, Metroid on the first Metroid or Super Mario World. But you still got to pay for it. I mean, that's just gross now. Like, the new Xbox way of like, you buy the game once and you own it forever. Like, that just should be how it is. I don't want to rebuy a game ever again, even though I've done it. Oh, there you go. Yes, I can just tell ChatGPT what to do next and give me more information on it. Huh. That could be interesting. Yeah. It's like, to me, this is like the breaking point of like, come on, guys, can you just move on and go make some games? Like, this is not a good look for them. I don't get how they don't think about how that's going to make them look in a way. I mean, but then again, billions of their gamers have no idea this is happening. Yeah, but I mean, the way Sega does it is a good way, and Sega's not greedy about it. Like I had the Sega Genesis like 30 game pack that I bought on the Xbox One, and it's a freaking dope pack if you don't have it. It's like, and I never owned a Genesis, but it's got like 30 Genesis games on it, and it's a sick deal, even if it's like regular price. But I bought that once on my Xbox One, and now I own it, which is how it just should be. So after that little bit, ChatGPT asked me if it wanted me to pull up the exact patent claim text and compare them. I figured, well, why not? So I just typed in yes, and it did it for me. Great. I pulled up the actual US patent docs and compared the key claims to Power World and similar games. Below is the focus source breakdown. This is nuts. Like, sometimes it's easy to hate on AI about certain things, but when it sums up shit for you like this, it's extremely helpful. Below is the focus source breakdown that the patents literally cover it. The most important claim language paraphrase, how the maps and power mechanic, whatever. So yes, the big long patent numbers, full PDF from the USPT. Oh, whoa. What is that? Oh, you could actually read the whole patent thing on the website. Shit, how nerdy is that? Reading a patent information? I don't know. That doesn't fucking make any sense to me. Oh my god, they actually make little pictures? Are you serious? That's hilarious. Where the fuck is the zoom button? There it is. Oh my god. I didn't realize they made... Wow. Inventor, Shigeru Omahori. That guy invented this? Okay. This was filed 2 years ago. All right, that was when Power World first came out, though, I think. Wasn't it 2 years ago? They actually have drawings of this stuff. I had no idea. That's so unusual. Like, why are there trees there? They just put trees in there. Like, they copy and pasted a couple of trees in fucking Microsoft Paint. Shit. That's a lot of shit. Who fucking reads all that stuff? Reporting and expert commentary about the patents on Nintendo. Example, Reuters, lawsuit, Polygon. So yeah, these are just the sources they use to gain the information. Nah, I didn't have... My first actual console was an actual TurboGrafx 16. And I only bought because it was so cheap at the time, but it was so garbage, I brought it back and then just got a refund and then got a Super Nintendo. And I don't know why I just didn't do that in the first place. But I never had Genesis, but my friend had Genesis, so we did that whole, like, we play on his console, we play on my console. But I used to rent the Genesis a lot. Yeah, the fucking TurboGrafx. I just saw it in Radio Shack one day, and I was like, I want that because it was a good deal, and came with a game, came with fucking Kid Courage or some shit. And I tried to like it, but it just wasn't working. It was so boring. Brought it back, got a SNES. Never looked back. Until I got a Wii, and then I was like, fuck Nintendo. So what the 397 patent actually covers: move a player character around a field inside a 3D virtual workspace. Cause a sub-character to appear on the field in the first operation input. If an enemy character is located where the sub-character appears, control a battle between the sub-character and the enemy by a first mode. If no enemy is present where the sub-character appears, the sub-character will automatically move. Yeah, I know. I remember Bonk. I just never played that one. I don't know why, because I don't know if you can hear that tapping. Those fucking a-holes have been working on something outside for like a month. That's what happens when you live it down on the ghetto. If an enemy is present where the sub-character appears, the sub-character will automatically move. The claim and dependent claim to also describes selecting targets, throwing motion instructions, automatic movement towards targets, capturing enemies, adding them as sub-characters. Holy cannoli. Short. The patent claims a specific loop. Player throws use an item to cause a creature to appear. The system detects. What was that? They're clanging on something. They've been working on some kind of thing. I live right next to a giant board gaming store, and it's always busy. And they're fixing the front steps, and for whatever reason, it's taking months to do. I don't know why. The claim independent claim also describes selecting targets, throwing motion instructions. Yeah, so right here, this is the kind of the breakdown of all of it. Player throws an item. So does that mean that it's the only if the person throws an item and then the character comes out of there? Because there's lots of games where that's not how it works. You just do that and a character comes up out of the ground. So is that the same thing? The system detects whether an enemy is there. If so, trigger a command battle. If not, have the character act automatically. And includes the data structure steps to implement that behavior. Dependent claims and the specification add details about setting the target position, throwing motion detection, how the sub-character is chosen, automatic battle parameters, updating hit points experience, capturing mechanisms, how the game chooses an enemy when multiples are present. What the 387 patent covers. This one is about boarding, riding, switching mechanics, selecting a ground or air boarding target object. Causing the player to board it, and smoothly switching the player state between riding, flying, and walking. Yeah, but this is the second one now, and this one is even more confusing. They're saying like riding or flying target on things. There's like a patent now. Selecting a ground or air boarding target, causing the player to board it, and smoothly switching the player between flying, riding, and walking. Did that does that mean like in Hogwarts Legacy, if you were riding on a your broomstick and then landing and up and down, and you do it so seamlessly? Are they saying that that's under the patent? The spec shows examples for ground air boarding and switching states when the vehicle board hits a ground or takes off. This patent is the flying, riding, switching patent that has been linked to Power World. Yeah, and all the other games where you ride animals. What about Monster Hunter? How would that work? I know, and that's the thing. They'll find any little tiny word they can with this new patent to lawsuit everyone, every single person that they can. I don't know if this counts for anyone who's already made the games. I hope not. I don't think so. Imagine if it did. Nintendo would make like billions of dollars immediately. How these patents map to Power World and where they overlap. Power World does what Power World does. Power World uses throwable spears, items to interact with pals, and previously had Pokeball-like mechanic. Pocket Bear has already patch removed some. See, they already changed some things already. Why would public pressure? Like what? I get pressure from Nintendo. They removed Pokeball-like behaviors during litigation and public pressure. Why would the public be pushing towards this? Why would they even care? Palworld lets players capture, summon, and command pals in various contexts. It also has mounts and movement mode. See, all these patents are just about this one game. It's not going after any other game than this one. But then they actually changed it just because, and they didn't even really need to. They just did it because they weren't being forced to do it yet. And the first litigation, whatever, didn't even work out. So this is why Nintendo is doing this. Likely claim by claim overlap, throw to summon, and condition battle, strong overlap. The 397 claim explicitly covers throw, use, item, sub character behaviors. If enemy present at that location, start battle. If not, automatic behavior. That is very close to the capture summon flow Nintendo has complained about. If a game implements in that specific sequence, throw item, creates sub creature at a location, system checks for enemies, chooses command versus auto battle. Nintendo would argue the claim reads on it. Yeah, I know that. I know it's a big time Pokemon clone, but like, is it that bad that Nintendo should be doing this? I don't know. I played like 5 seconds of Palworld and then I uninstalled it. Oh. Are you on any other shows, D1, like other than Ray Ray, or do you have your own show? I've never seen you on anything else. So does that mean earlier when I was playing the trailer for the movie, you guys couldn't see it? You just saw my face? I don't know. I suck at this. I don't know what I'm doing yet. If an enemy present at the location, start battle. If not, automatic behavior. That is very close to the capture, summon, flow Nintendo has complained about. If a game implements that specific sequence, throw item that creates sub-creature at a location, the system checks for enemies, chooses command versus auto battle. Nintendo would argue the claim reads on it. Automatic versus command battle modes. The patent's explicit 2-mode structure. Player commanded vessel. Oh my god, this is getting hard to read. I don't know what the fuck this is anymore. Why don't you have your own show? We should do a show. You and I should do a show. Tegan and D1. T1. I don't know. We'll do our show this has become my time. Saturday afternoonish just seems to be the time I just kind of started doing this. So then we could do our own show. If I were to do a show, it would be streaming. What? For some reason on my stupid tablet, the little heart by my thing blocks some of what you're typing, and I don't know how to make it go away. Because I'm trying to just look at the chat on my tablet and not on my computer. Because when I go over to it on my computer, the screen gets all fucky. I don't know. Do your thing. All right. I don't think I need to go into claim by claim shit anymore, but I'll put some stuff in the show notes, I guess. If anyone who wants to read about the patent, you can read the actual patent document, which is like confusing to read. Legal strength and industry reaction. Why many experts say these patents may be weak. Well, if they are, then somebody fucking do something about it. Prior art and long history of similar mechanics, industry veterans point out that variations of summoning companion fighters existed long before Nintendo's asserted priority dates. In RPGs, JRPGs, arcade, and even TV film toy-ins. Oh my god. Oh, they're just comparing it. Like if Nintendo started, oh fuck, I don't even want to think about it. If they were trying to include shows as well. If an infringing product can point to substantial prior art that discloses the same combinations, a court or the USTPO could invalidate the claims. Multiple commentators say the patents look very broad and that prior art could be found. I don't know how many other games besides Pokemon is where you summon something with a item. Like I still don't understand if the patent is about if you summon something, but it has to be inside of a ball or whatever. So if you summon someone a different way, like in fucking I don't know Elden Ring, I think you can summon people; they just show up. Is that the same thing? You see the evidence right there. They will try to see the weakness as a strength. They're so calculating. They're like a fucking movie villain. Very specific claim structure matters. The patent is not worded as summoning a creature. Generally, it claims a specific sequence. Use throw item, check enemy presence at location. 2 battle modes. That specifically both helps Nintendo if competitors see the same flow and gives defendants and courts a narrow target for invalidation. If the defendant's flow differs in a material way, many threads point out the claims are narrower than headlines imply. I got the weed pasties. Several IP lawyers and commentators call the patents an embarrassing failure. Yeah, of the USPTO because aspects of the claims were allowed despite publicly available similar systems. Yeah. But the game has to have other similarities too. Yeah, it doesn't have any similarities at all, really. So when I first started playing it, it did kind of remind me of Zelda in a way, just like the way the world kind of looked, even though it was like basically a dead version of Hyrule. But okay. That means the patents would be vulnerable to post grant challenges. Well, yeah. Wait, vulnerable? What? Could be vulnerable to post grant challenges. See, that's what I was thinking. Like, could this affect previous games? Because that would be even more fucked up. Practical enforcement and litigation costs. Having a patent doesn't guarantee winning. Nintendo must demonstrate that an accused product practices each claim limitation. Courts can often sparse the claim language very narrowly. Also, litigation is expensive and uncertain. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Nintendo can afford it. That's the other thing. They could go after someone who can afford it and just destroy them, and that's just like the thing right there. Like Palworld Company is nowhere near as big as Nintendo are, and I think that's another reason why Nintendo will keep going at them. They just want to bully them. Like just fucking let them have some success and make a game that people like. It's just fucking jealousy. Yeah, I mean the similarities are close because everyone was just like, it's Pokemon with guns, Pokemon with guns. I was like, okay, I'm still not gonna play it, whatever. But I'm glad it did well. I'm glad when any game does well, whether I care about it, especially if it's an indie developer who blows up like Sandfall did earlier this year with Expedition 33, which I still haven't finished. So this part here is the part that hopefully helps this not have become a thing. Practical enforcement and litigation costs. Having a patent doesn't guarantee winning. Nintendo must demonstrate that an accused product practices with each limitation. Wait, did I already say this? Courts often parse the claim language very narrowly. I think I just said that. That's how high I am right now. Maybe I shouldn't get high on my shows. Also, I don't know what that means. This is going to get banned in the States because weed's not legal there. Wait, what? How would you feel if someone else says they are Tegan? I don't know. Are you trying to say that you agree with what Nintendo's doing? Legal commenters suggest Nintendo may use these patents as bargaining power, even if they're not airtight. Yeah, they sure as hell will. What are you doing? Yeah, I will. Don't worry about it. Media practical implications for Pal World and other devs. Pocket Pair, the name of the company that does them. Even the name Pocket Pair almost is like Pokemon-ish. Pocket Pair has already modified aspects of the game, removing or altering the Pokeball-like summon behavior. After the litigation, these new U.S. patents extend Nintendo's potential leverage outside Japan. Whether Nintendo sues in the U.S. or tries to add these patents to its Tokyo suit depends on strategy. But the patents strengthen its bargaining hand. The patents create legal uncertainty and may lead some studios to avoid implementing the exact flow described in the claims, or to design alternative UX flows that differ in claim critical ways. I don't know what you're trying to say. Only if I get a cut of it. Oh, fuck, you got me there. You got me. This doesn't make what Nintendo doing is right, because it's not about any of that. It's about the fact that they're just bully greedy jerks, and they just want to fuck up Pocket Pair in any way they possibly can. That's all it really is. They don't like that another developer way smaller than them made a game similar to their game and it did well. They just don't like that. Yes, D1, I get your point. I'm just whatevering. These new US patents extend Nintendo's potential leverage outside Japan. Other developers, the patent creates legal uncertainty. Yeah. There could be devs out there right now who see this and they're like, oh, fuck, now we have to change our thing. Something that I'm sure is happening right now. Some devs who had the similar idea, but they're not even sure. So they're just going to not do it anyways. They're like, this could be suable. Like, is that going to be the industry now? Wait, can we do this? Or is Nintendo going to sue us? Fucking greedy fucks. That's the thing that's going to happen. Like, they also want to bully the entire industry and say, all right, from now on, if you make anything like what we make, we're going to sue the fuck out of you. And I don't care if you're a one-team developer. I will sue you out of your life. Fuck. I'm getting mad about how gross Nintendo are. I don't even want to buy my nephew Nintendo gift cards anymore now. Like, I've been buying that for his Switch for years, but now I'm like, no, you know what? I'm not buying you any more Nintendo shit. And you should fucking throw your dirty old Switch out. Your 2017 Switch that's falling apart. So how could a dev avoid reading on the claim? Use menu selection to summer. Wait, what? I can always play Jax. Okay. He's not that young. Is that what you mean? Isn't it spelled Jax? Use menu selection to summon rather than throw. So the patent includes how you actually throw it. So throwing it with a pause button option isn't part of the patent. Make the summon ally player always controlled or always autonomous. Rather than switching between command and auto modes in the way the claim describes. So meaning you can kind of preset your companion to either attack or do whatever or defend or give you health. Summon allies via world triggers, spawn points, or via a global UI panel. Rather than creating them at the throw location and checking that location for an enemy. Yeah, I know what it is, but I'm just I'm like, what are you talking about? Actually, my nephew's birthday was just last month, and I bought him a book he wanted. So I was like, I'd rather buy him a book than a game. But he's actually a huge gamer like me, so you get to talk about games with my nephew. It's great. Bottom line, short, Nintendo has U.S. patents that explicitly describe a throw to summon location check command versus automatic battle sequence and riding, flying, switching sequence. The patent PDFs show full claim language and examples. Those claims could cover Power World style mechanics if Power World implements the specific sequence and limitations the claims require. Pocket Bear has already changed some mechanics while litigation proceeds. Many IP experts think the patents are broad and very vulnerable to prior art attacks, but they're still powerful as enforcement or settlement tools. Yeah. It'd be pretty sweet to just live off patent royalties, though. This is not how not only the game industry works, but everything. Yeah. Nintendo doesn't deserve them or need the money. That's my thing. They don't need the fucking money. Every game they come out sells well enough. Tetris. I play Tetris with people's lives. If you want, I can now do it. Oh, this is what ChatGPT is telling me. Huh. I like the C option. It's like giving me options on how to give me more information. Below I pulled a concrete prior art examples, old games, later games. That's mechanics similar to the sequences Nintendo patent claim. For each item, I explain what the mechanic is. I like how it says I, like me. But do you have a name, Mr. Chat GPT or Mrs. or whatever you want to be? Maybe it's a they Chat PT. I don't want to assume Chat GPT's gender. That would be offensive. Quick summary: Nintendo's patent claims describe a fairly specific flow. Use throw an item that spawns sub-character. There is a long history of games that include creature capture summoning. Oh, cool. So they do have examples from earlier games that I never played. But classic, earlier prior art examples. Robotrek. I don't remember that game at all. Stories and summons robots from capsules. Protagonist sends out robots that fight in his stead rather than fighting personally. Oh, whatever. Nintendo's greedy. Why can't you just admit that? I think you're just kind of argue because you just want to argue. That's what I think. I'm trying to watch this on a different angle so I can read what the fuck you're saying. Because I don't know how to get that heart to get the fuck out of here. It's the same anyways. God damn it. I just don't like the way Nintendo's doing it. How about that? I'm gonna look up what Robotrek is now in a minute because I don't remember that game at all. Shin Megami Tensei, I know that, and Dragon Quest. Why it's relevant? Robotrek uses capsules that hold combatants and summons them into battle. Yeah, this happened before Pokemon though, right? So does it not matter? This is conceptually similar to storing and deploying a helper subcharacter. Could be cited to show the idea of storing summoning combat. What do you mean? So I mean, this is just what they think, but I want to look up what this game is. I've never heard of it. You guys can see what I'm doing, right? Okay. Robotrek is a 94 role-playing game developed by Quintet and Ancient and published by Enix, known as Slapstick in Japan. Are those mini Nintendos? Okay. Oh, this is what Robotrek looks like. That's like your standard RPG. I didn't play any of these kind of games when I had my SNES. I was not into that kind of games at all back then. Shin Megami Tensei, early monster recruitment JRPG from the early 90s. What hip hop groups do you mean? I might know some who you're talking about or ones I've never heard of. Why is relevant demonstrates precedent for recruiting, adding enemy allies, becoming a player controlled by AI ally. Yeah. Enemies can be recruited to the player roster. Well, I never played Shin Megami Tensei, only Persona, but I don't know if they're the exact same game or not. But in Persona, you don't add the ally, or do you? You add the powers, or maybe you do add the creature. I don't know. The creature that you after you defeat them and you take them, they don't come out later. You can use their powers, but they don't come out and fight next to you. Or maybe they do, and I don't remember right. Well, these are all things that happened before, so it really shouldn't matter. Demonstrates a precedent for recruiting any enemies as allies, relevant to dependent claims about capturing and adding a sub-character. Community research threads also point to these pre-Pokemon antecedents, whatever the fuck that word means. Yeah, I know. He never had to like fight for some kind of shit, though, did he? He's definitely not well known enough, considering he pretty much basically invented hip hop. If you want to get generalized about it. Dragon Quest and similar franchises, various Dragon Quest titles and other JPs include monsters recruitment or party member swapping. But is that the same thing? If you take someone and add them to your party and they're there permanently, like literally perfect example would be Dragon Age Veilguard. I'm playing it right now, and it's actually really good. You start out by yourself, but then you add people to your party. Is that the same thing? Because then they're there permanently when you go out, and then you have two companions that you can choose what ones you want to take with you. Why it's relevant shows historical examples of recruiting and using non-player characters in battle systems. Monster taming? Capture genre shows the lineage that predates early monster tamer lineage. The monster taming genre includes many titles and variants. Academic and retrospective pieces list pre-Pokemon or contemporaneous games that share core loops. Why it's relevant. Patent examiners and courts look for whether the claim combination was obvious in light of the broader genre history. Overviews of the genre are helping as starting prior art compendia. No, but I've seen that mecha explode in next game. Yeah, I mean, exploded in the 90s when, like, all of a sudden Pete Rock was doing fucking Sprite ads and shit, or Seal. I think Pete Rock and Seal Smooth. I remember they did like a commercial for 7-Up or Sprite. I can't remember, but I was like, that was kind of a new thing at first. Modern commercial examples Pocket Pair have cited Zelda Ark Survival Evolved, Tomb Raider, Titanfall 2, Rune Factory 5, Pixelmon, many AAA titles. I don't get why Tomb Raider would be there. I don't remember the fact that you have some kind of fucking companion with you in those games. According to reporting about Pocket Bear's challenge, the developer supplied examples from a wide set of games: Zelda, Ark, Tomb Raider, Titanfall 2, Rune Factory 5. Community mods. See, how the fuck are mods? Like, do they have Pokemon mods? Because I can't see how Nintendo would allow that. Why it's relevant. These examples are being used directly by Pocket Pair or cited in defense to argue the mechanics Nintendo patented are not novel to Pokemon. They show the behaviors Nintendo claims are widespread across many big titles. I gotta get some water. I had the balcony closed to kind of keep the noise out, but it's too warm to keep it closed. I don't know how to make my mic sound. I don't know if there's a way to cut out background noise on here. User mods and community projects, Pixelmon, etc. Community mods have replicated Pokeball-style capture and deployment in Minecraft long before the current legal churn. Why it's relevant? Public widely distributed mods can be prior art because they're public disclosures of the mechanic. Pixelmon is one often mentioned example. Yeah, old Run just started wearing Adidas. Like, I hope so. I hope it was they just started wearing Adidas, and then Adidas was like, "Let's work together," and it wasn't Adidas saying, "Hey, where are these sneakers?" That would make me a little sad if that was true. One of the first rap tapes I ever bought was Tougher Than Leather. I still love that album. Industry legal commentary pointing to prior art concerns. Tech Dirt, Polygon, Nintendo Life. Technical and legal commentators have flagged many older games and mechanics as potential prior art and criticized the USPTO for allowing broad grants. Exactly, I would too. Or I am criticizing them. Right now, I'm saying criticize. USPTO, criticize. These articles summarizing prior art arguments and highlight that grant was controversial. They collect and explain many prior candidate prior art items and why lawyers think the patents could be invalidated. Well, that's the thing; they all could be invalidated. That would be good, but who knows? Considering it's Nintendo, they're going to try to sue everybody, and to the point where they'll probably have multiple going on. They'll probably just think, well, we'll just keep suing everybody until we run out of people to sue. I can see them doing that. I wish it would stop doing that. See, I don't know how to look. It says there's 5 people watching, but I only just see you and me. And anyways. Specific categories of prior art you can point to and where they matter. Capsule container deploy model. Robotrek, Monster Rancher style mechanics. Useful to challenge novelty of storing an object deploy later. Recruitment conversion of enemies into allies. Shin Megami, Dragon Quest, useful against dependent claims. About capturing and adding enemies as sub-characters. AI companions, autonomous allies, relevant to the patent's atomic battle mode language. Mounts board switching. Arc Tomb Raider examples for traversal. What is that? I'm still not catching the whole Tomb Raider part. Boarding and smooth state switching. Okay, I'm completely lost on how that's a thing in Tomb Raider. Even Titanfall. I don't know. Like, are they saying that the robot is a mount? I guess it is. Yeah. I don't know where that other guy went. Don't tell anyone though, but I have all my other YouTube accounts open because I have multiple ones watching this show. So 3 of those people are actually me. Don't tell anyone though. Shh. That's between us. AI companions. Many JRPG action games relevant to the patent's atomic battle mode language where summon units act without direct player commands. Like the more I read this, the more I'm just like, how is it? It's just so fucking greedy. How prior art could be used legally? Invalid. What? Yep. Well, I don't know. I'm wondering. I don't know if it'll work because I'm on the same Wi-Fi here, so Google could pick that up and somehow do something, but I don't have like 5 different Wi-Fi's that I can put on each one on. Actually, I got it on my phone. I should stop talking about it. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Invalidity versus novelty. Show a single prior reference that discloses every element step of claim independent claim. Invalidity versus obviousness. Show a combination of older references that a skilled game dev would have combined to produce the claimed flow. This is how broad UX gameplay patents often fall. Don't you mean fail? I don't know. Same word, isn't it? Public use. Community mods, release games, demos, archives, screenshots, videos, and design docs can all be admissible prior art showing the mechanic was publicly known. What I did not find, you're talking about yourself there again, Mr. or Mrs. or they chat GPT. What did I not find? I did not in the past locate a single exactly identical pre-existing publication. That does not mean prior art doesn't exist. It means most likely successful challenges will combine earlier mechanics. I mean, if it happened before, then that shouldn't count. Like, I don't know how patents work. Does it count on stuff that came out? Because I'm pretty sure Pokemon wasn't out in 1994. Pretty sure Pokemon came out in 99 or somewhere around there. So if this happened before the game come out, then how that shouldn't be a thing that you can use other than a use by Pocket Pair to be like, yeah, it's been around already. Public use, publication evidence, community mods, release game, demos, archives, screenshots, videos, and design docs can all be admissible prior art showing the mechanic was publicly known. Weird how the last time it asked me to redo something, it said ABC. Now it's doing 1, 2, 3. ABC, easy as 1, 2, 3. I'm telling you, we should do a show, you and me, D1 and T, T and D. I don't know. Why not? It'd be fun. Every game is a wash, rinse, repeat. Whoa. Am I getting too deep into this? I don't know. It's like the more I look into this, I'm more like, Jesus. It's so specific, but also at the same time, what ChatGPT is doing, I'm like, wow. Claim by claim prior art table for U.S. patent, big long number. I wonder how many patents get done a day. Like, if there's 12 something million just in the U.S., how many a day do they get? I feel like it's a lot. Below I map the major elements from claim 1. They made a table. I didn't want you to make a table. That's weird though. It made a table. I didn't tell it to do that. Claim elephant. Cause a subcharacter to appear. All right, this is the same thing they just said in a different way, basically. I'd still like to understand the Tomb Raider reference. Selecting a target position, throwing motion instructions. Throwing an item to a target position. What do you mean? Are you trying to say like a fucking grenade? Tomb Raider, Far Cry. Again, that Far Cry also. Like, what do you mean? Far Cry and Tomb Raider are like action games. Throwable objects and community mods, right? Throwable objects that produce an effect on impact or spawn an entity predate the patent. Where did I go? I got distracted. Pixamon, Pixamon and similar mods show public documented implications of throw spawn style into action. Pixelmon's public changelogs. Pixelmon's public changelogs 2012 onward and mod pages are usable as public disclosures. For riding boarding patent. So this essentially the riding one is like 387 and the summoning one is 397. It's like the same number. It's like the same number except one is that, one is that. I don't know. For the riding boarding patent, boarding a mount vehicle and switching player state smoothly between ground and air. Arc survival evolved. Mounts can fly and land. Player state changes. Titanfall. Boarding parkour transitions. You're saying parkour counts as that? Like in Titanfall, you're inside the giant robot thing, so they're calling that a mount? Yeah, I mean in Zelda you ride things too. Arc publicly documents flying mounts and switching traversal states. Titanfall 2 and other titles include transitions between modes. I need to go and touch grass pretty soon. Titanfall 2 and other titles include transitions between modes. Pocket Bear asserted a broad swath of titles in its defense. These demonstrate boarding air ground transitions. I don't know. If it exists before the patent, then I don't know. I don't know how they work. Take Destiny, for instance. I've heard cats. Fuck. That word's blocked on my stupid screen. I gotta read it over here. I've had cats say Warframe has similar looter shooter gameplay, but with different types of interaction. I don't know. I haven't played Destiny or Warframe. I played a little bit of. I have played some of First Descendant. I actually like the First Descendant, but I haven't played it in a while. But it's pretty good. Oh no, wait. What if I do that? I don't know what this means. Share. No, that's the wrong share. I had share entire screen or share whatever screen I'm looking at. It still does that. I don't know how to make it stop doing that. That's why I just pick entire screen. So it sees everything I see. Oh, also share system audio? That might have been why you couldn't hear the Nintendo thing earlier. Shit. You have to have more than one similar to the yeah. Yeah, but do you think Nintendo will care? Will they bother to go that far with it? Or they're like, well, that's slightly like something from our game. Sue them. Sue, sue, sue. Key archive timestamp evidence you can compile. Next, if you want a legal grade bundle. Wait, are you talking to me right now? You talking to me? How long have I been on? An hour and 50. Shit, it's almost been 2 hours. Yeah, okay. I think I'm going to end it there, actually. That was a way deeper dive into that Nintendo thing. I wasn't really all that planning. I was just going to like glance at it, but then it was interesting to get a deeper dive, get all that information off of ChatGPT. I still don't know how to look at everyone who's here because there's anybody else here except D1. Yeah, thanks so much for being here and just talking. It's very, very cool for you to be here. And I swear, I'm telling you, we should have our own show. You and me. We'll get to name it whatever you want to call it. If you do the show with me, you can call it whatever you want to call it. No limits. Next Saturday, D&T. D&T. DGAN. LOL? No, I don't want to call it that. That's a stupid name. Give me something better than that. I almost want to just see if I can go 2 hours because I'm almost there. But no, I don't need to do that. But yeah, you go figure out our show name, and then let me know on whatchamacallit, Discord. I don't use Discord that much, but I actually started my own Discord too, just for fun. I don't know how to share it though. Invite people. My link. I fucking suck at. I suck at goddamn fucking. Jesus Christ, Discord. I don't like Discord actually. It's kind of messy. I didn't suggest nothing. You suggest something. T and G. Distinctive G. Distinctive one. Distinctive adaptations. I don't fucking know. Right now, I'm just calling it TGAN Live. That's basically what I'm calling it. TGAN Live because I don't have a better name for it. All right. Thanks a lot for being here. I'm going to take off. Peace out. Love, peace, and bacon grease. I like your saying, but I like saying bacon instead of chicken. Love, peace, and bacon grease. That's what we can call our show. If you want to call our show Love, Peace, and Chicken Grease, all social media is messy. It's an evil world. Yeah, I know, but Discord, like you got to be in Ray Ray's Discord. I mean, they're just in there having fun. They're not talking about any stupid shit. I don't go in there a whole lot still. Like Discord is like, I hate the layout of it and it's messy, but I go in there to look at the chamber on Ray Ray's channel, and that's about it. Anyways, I'm taking off. Thanks a lot for being here. Peace out.